Black Panther stirs political controversies. Marvel's Black Panther was released last month and had a mostly black-dominated cast and crew, including the director Ryan Coogler. Along with this cast came a plethora of records and awards, such as highest-grossing movie directed by an African American. This is the first superhero movie with an African American lead in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is the interconnected Avengers universe. People have gone to the lengths of considering Black Panther a milestone in equality amongst people of color, claiming it will change the way the world views black people. In February 16th Washington Post article, Peniel E. Joseph said, "More than a movie, Black Panther has become a cultural touchstone in the age of Black Lives Matter, with black social media and white and Latino and Asian and Native American allies erupting in a frenzy of hope and joy." However, there are others, such as conservative pundit Ben Shapiro, who argue the political hype this movie is earning is meaningless. When former President Barack Obama was elected into office, there was a similar frenzy among black communities. They believed that it marked an end to the era of racism and segregation, as he was the first black president this country has ever had. In an online New York Times article posted on November 4th, 2008, Adam Nagorny said, "Barack Hussein Obama was elected the 44th President of the United States on Tuesday, sweeping away the last racial barrier in American politics with ease, as the country chose him as its first African American chief executive." However, statistically speaking, racism within America remained generally static. One of the ways this can be seen is through socioeconomic status. According to data collected by the Federal Reserve Census Bureau, white Americans still held more than 88% of the country's wealth in 2010, the prime of Obama's presidency. In addition, the Great Recession, which also occurred around that time, decreased white wealth by 11% as compared to 31% of minority wealth. A black president was unable to eradicate racism, at least economically, in this country, so it is difficult to imagine any movie would. The political attention it is receiving is arguably baseless. Freshman student Madison Bush said, "I think that it is good because a franchise that is beloved by both black and white people allowed an almost all-black cast and all-black artists in a movie, but I don't think it will actually help in stopping racism." The reason this movie won't stop racism is due to the fact that it is simply that. A movie. If history has displayed anything, it is that real change comes from people that are unified for a cause that transcends racial, gender, and political barriers. American government teacher Mr. Nicholas Ghazali said, "The government tends to ignore movements if the minority is the only one speaking out. Take, for example, the civil rights movements. When the North found out about what conditions were like for blacks that lived in the South, both white and black people marched through the streets, willing to put their lives on the line. That forced the government to confront the issue." To stop racism, using past history as an example, this country will need everyone to contribute. No single movie or even president can do it alone. When an entire society stands up for something it believes in, the government has no choice but to get involved and do something. Today, people are trying to create hashtags on social media, such as the popular Black Lives Matter. Yet opponents say that statistically it has achieved very little as of yet. Movies may inspire people, yet if that inspiration causes no action, change will not come. According to a USA Today article posted on May 12, 2017, it is the marches and rallies that have reduced racism, exposing society to other cultures and showing them in a positive light. In the end, action needs to be taken to cause change. The citizens of this country speak of how terrible racism is, yet wait for others to do the work of change for them. That, while taking the past into account, will simply not work. And although Black Panther was an excellent movie, it cannot achieve much in terms of actually dismantling racism. Thank you. Created by Ronak Sahani.